Hey there jammers, what's jamming? PurpleJam here, and I just want to say, we did it. We hit 1,000 subscribers, and to do it in under 10 months is just wow. I can't explain how happy I am. I say we because I couldn't have done it without you all, so thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support. You guys have been amazing since day one, and there's been people who've stuck around since my first video. We've also had a lot of really cool people along the way, and to have such support for a creator who only has just over 1,000 subscribers, it's actually mind blowing. I don't know any other small community like it. I get messages daily about how much people enjoy my content, and I also get a lot of fan art, and you honestly don't know how good that makes me feel each and every time that happens. The last 10 months have actually been quite surreal, and I keep thinking I'm going to wake up and realise it's all been a dream. Anyway, to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, I asked all of you on Instagram, Twitter and on my Discord to ask me any questions you want me to answer, and 38 people responded, so thank you again, because without you all, this video wouldn't have been possible. And by the way, if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description. We are now up to 163 members. Some people ask more than one question, so I may answer it in two different parts of the video, in case you're wondering where the rest of your questions went, and some other people's questions were similar to each other. So if that happens, I'll just join the questions together to make it one, so I'm not repeating myself. For example, this one. Kate, Robert, KC06, Comrade Cat and Laura all asked why I chose username PurpleJam. So before I started making content, my username in games used to be Purple Haze, as in the Jimi Hendrix song, which isn't even my favourite Jimi Hendrix song by the way, but I thought it sounded the coolest out of his songs as a username. Obviously though, I couldn't use that, because if people searched up Purple Haze, it would just come up the song. I also really like the band PurpleJam, and I was listening to him a lot at the time, so I fused the two together and decided I was going to use PurpleJam. Another really popular question asked by Derek Conley, Sluglime, Call Me Lego, Kashi, Red Still Plays and Followed, which they all worded different but they meant the same thing, was what made me start YouTube and video making and who my top motivations and inspirations are. I have actually wanted to do YouTube for probably over 10 years, but I never actually thought I'd be any good at it, which is why I never pursued it. I also didn't think people would be interested in the type of content I make, to be honest. I thought it was a bit weird. Then about 3 or 4 years ago, I found Call Me Kevin's channel. Through Kevin, I then found RT Game, Jacksepticeye, Just a Minx, Let's Game It Out and Grey Still Plays, and realised a lot of people like that type of content I wanted to do. I'll also shout Scott the Woz, Mitten Squad and Limmy, as I took inspiration from all of them as well. Kevin's channel has helped me through a lot of hard times over the years, and when I started making content, I decided I wanted that for other people. Even if just one person has had a hard day and decides to watch my video, and it makes them forget about their problems for 10 minutes, then I've done my job for video. Darag Conley asks, what's your favourite part about doing YouTube? I would probably say my favourite part about YouTube is the people I've met through it. And I know that sounds cheesy, but honestly, I've met some great people who I consider friends that I would never have met if I never started posting content. Witch of Wall Street asks, is this really a cult from all your mods? And for legal reasons, I cannot answer that. Definitely maybe in your seller asks, will you marry me? Well, it depends how much money you have. Gracie asks, what is your maiden name? Well, I've never actually been married before, so I don't have a maiden name. That might change though, after I find out how much money. Definitely maybe your seller has. Laura Bevan1471 asks, do you plan on creating a Twitch channel? I actually already have a Twitch channel, link is in the description if you want to follow me. I haven't streamed yet, but I'm planning on doing it regularly later in this year. Harry Heywood asks, what game are you most excited for in 2022? Definitely Starfield, because I'm a massive Fallout fan. I'm just hoping it's just going to be a Fallout, but in space. Also, Bethesda are in everyone's bad books right now, so they need to pull off a great game here to get everyone back on their side, which I think they will. Ethanizer asks, what's it like having 1,000 subs? How does it feel knowing you've passed both 6ix9ine and 420 on their own? Are you excited to see them together? When I hit 1,000 subs, I finally got to feel this serotonin everyone talks about feels like. Just one serotonin, mind you. I can't even imagine what 2 serotonin will feel like when I hit 69,420 subs. Esgaroff34 and Kate asks, what is your favourite game of all time? And Byron Boyo42 asks, what games have made the biggest impact on you throughout your life? The game I always remember having the biggest impact in my life was Fallout 3. My older friend told me to pre-order it, and I didn't even know what it was. I'd never played anything like it before at the time, and I always remember that moment of when you step out the vault into the wasteland. I don't think a game will ever make me feel like that again. Kate also asked me, what is your favourite kind of jam? Cats or dogs? Who's your celebrity crush? Who's your real life crush? Is there a game everyone loves but you secretly hate? If so, which game? Purple, both but cats. Huge ass. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I've never really been into Halo. Lego Charlie asks, is Sims 4 your favourite Sims game? If not, which is? Because I never had a PC until last year, the only Sims games I used to play were the old PS2 games. I used to love The Sims 1 for PS2, even though it's really dated now. I have some good memories with it, but I think The Sims 4 just has so much to do. It's just a shame 95% of it is behind a paywall. Chippy asks, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll centre of a Tootsie Pop? Well, it's in the name, Tootsie, so two. Slup Drunken asks, what's an animal you'd want to keep as a pet, but the law won't allow you to? I don't even need to think about this one. Definitely a finger monkey. Jonathan106 asks, what are you doing besides making great YouTube content? First of all, thanks very much. I appreciate the comment. I work for the railway, which if you're American, the railway in the UK is a lot different than the US. It's the main source of transport for people. The station I work in has 17 platforms. I don't really do much else, apart from work on YouTube just now, because of COVID, but I usually go to a lot of music concerts. I love travelling to different countries. John Furman asks, I was trying to log in my Instagram page on my new phone, and they asked me to find someone to help receive a code. Instagram gave me 2 friend suggestions, and you are one of them. The other person isn't online. Will you help me receive the link, please? That's a shame, of course, sir. Wait a minute. I don't have any friends. I think this is some sort of scam. Juice Coffee Bean asks, what's your favourite show/movie? To be honest, I don't have like a clear favourite when it comes to movies. I really like a lot of movies, but I couldn't say which one's my favourite. TV shows, I'm addicted to Sopranos right now. It's my first time watching through it, and I'd highly recommend it. Madness asks, are there any songs you particularly relate to, or if it's too personal, your favourite song? This is another one where I love music, but I love so many artists and songs that I can't really be like, that's my favourite song. Percy's a Simpass, Thoughts and Uncrustables. I didn't even know what these were because I've never seen them in the UK, but after you explained to me what they were, I think they sound good. Nat/George Tall and Sapnap Truther/ that's a mouthful. Asks, if you could meet any famous person, could be a regular celeb or an internet celeb, alive or dead, who would it be and why? I'll give you 2. For a regular celeb, Jimi Hendrix. I wouldn't even have to speak to him, even if I could just see him play live, because I think he's the greatest guitarist that ever lived. And internet celeb, it would have to be Call Me Kevin, just so I could thank him for everything he's done for me and many others. Star Striker exists, Hi I'm Anna, and Cozy's Galaxy 23 all ask what my plans for the future are and what I'm excited about. Later this year, I'll actually be moving out into my own flat, which I'm buying off my sister, who's having a baby and is in the process of finding a house, because it's only a 1-bedroom flat she lives in. So when that happens, expect a lot more YouTube content. I'll be streaming a few times a week on Twitch, and I'll be doing a lot more Patreon content. I'll also be revealing my face in the future, and when I do, I want to start adding little funny in-person skits to do with the videos I'm making. I actually have a lot of ideas still in my head, and I'm most excited about just seeing how big I can grow and building a great community. Cry says, asking for science, if I hypothetically was under your bed, what would you do? Obviously just for science. I'm totally not under your bed right now. Well, I'm actually recording this video from under your bed right now, so it looks like we're even. Sebi asked, do you have a dog? If no, please state why. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Shrek, would you mind honking like a goose for us? Will you ever be mature enough to see Uranus without laughing? Thank you for your attention. I worked 12-hour shifts, so it wouldn't be fair on the dog. I also had a cat for 9.5 years until March last year. No. Yes. I'm a goose honk. Well, I'm the type of guy who calls my sim huge ass, so what do you think? Sorry, what did you say? Red still plays ass. Did you have a job before you did YouTube? Which I'm confused at, if you think this is my full-time job. I actually make no money off YouTube. Even if you get 1,000 subs, you still need 4,000 hours watch time within 12 months to even earn a penny, which I'm nowhere near. I actually work 48 hours in a real job, whilst doing YouTube as a hobby. The only money I make is from my amazing patrons, whose name you see at the end of my videos. Link to my Patreon is in the description, by the way, if you want to check out. Karma Kakabayan. I don't have a clue you say that. Ask any funny/dark stories about your actual job. I love how you've listed funny and dark as the same thing. Yes, we like funny and dark on this channel, but only in fantasy, not in real life. I've seen a lot of stuff in my work. Glasgow's a rough city. I've seen people overdose, be stabbed, and try to commit suicide. But the worst thing that's happened to me is someone dying me as I was doing CPR on them for over an hour. On to a more cheery subject, one of the funny stories I have is in a previous job. I was working above a newly built roof, installing cables, and I was standing on a wooden joist, and when I went to take a step, I fell through the roof and caught myself, but my legs went right through the roof and were dangling. But just as well I caught myself, or I would have broke both my legs. Smudge asks, when is the Fallout 4 series coming to light? Also, what in your opinion is the best and worst Fallout game? I plan on doing a Fallout 4 series as a really hard challenge in the near future, so you can all laugh at me struggling. And the best I would have to say, Fallout 3 in New Vegas, both are amazing. And the worst doesn't even need to be a question, 100% Fallout 76. I'm not even jumping on the bandwagon with that one, I played it for myself. Benjamin Newland asks, what other games do you plan on playing for your channel? To be honest, I can never tell what I'm going to play. Like, I couldn't make a video on my channel unless I felt really passionate and inspired to make a video on that game. Usually an idea just randomly pops in my head and I just go make it. The channel will always be variety though, so expect me to play just about everything. General Hand Creations asks, did you have any other ambitions you wanted to chase before this, or still do? I was actually about to move to Australia and travel the full country for 2 years. I planned everything, saved a bunch of money, and was a couple of months away from going, and the pandemic hit. Now I don't think I would do it, because I fell in love with creating content, and I know if I went, I'd probably have to stop doing this. Although I still want to go away and travel a couple of weeks every year. I'd quite like to see the pyramids next. P shot 3 ass, in 5 years, what do you see yourself doing? Hopefully still making content. I really do hope so. I think it'd be the biggest mistake and biggest regret of my life if I ever stopped doing this. And I think that's the perfect question to end it on. Not because I want to end it, just because I've ran out of questions. This was a lot of fun. Thanks very much for watching, and thanks again for all your support, guys. And a big thank you to my patrons, Heywood, Captain Tourette, Ash, Kjellsinki and Sir Mumble.